look at it like this. If I had kids, I would tell you straight up, if you struggling and you need money from me to take care of the kids when they with you, you might as well send them this way because I'm okay. So if you're struggling financially trying to figure it out, send them to daddy. You know, I can make it happen over here with nothing from you.
And a lot of men can. A lot of men actually can. The reason why they will not, why the courts will not give fathers the children is because they can tax that child support. Everyone knows that. Every study shows that the fathers are better at raising a children in a single parent household. Every single one of them. So why do the women keep getting the children? We see the type of children that these women are raising. Just go outside and look. This is the worst the children have ever been. But yet they continue to give the children to the women. And the women say, well, I can't do this. I need more money, more money. I'm like, well, if you need more money, then just give me the kid. Just give me the child. You know how many, there has never been a woman that has, I'm not going to say never, but you have, I can't even say that. I find it hard to believe that I've never heard of a woman going to jail because she didn't pay child support. Even if the man is granted child support, if she doesn't pay it, most women don't. And if she doesn't pay it, that man's not going to call the police or call the courts in order to get her to go to jail. He's just not going to do it. He's like, I can figure it out. I have the money to do so. I'll just do it. I'll figure it out. Men are problem solvers. We raise better. We put the children in a better environment. 9 times out of 10. I'm not saying that every single father is just A1. But looking at the stats and looking at the studies and the logistics of it, men just do a better job at raising children in a single parent household.
Baby, let me tell you something. See, the problem is when it comes to this child support shit, a lot of females want the man to fund the lifestyle for the woman versus funding the child. Understand what I'm saying? You know, a man paying so much money for a woman's lifestyle, knowing damn well it does not cost that much for a child. Get your goofy ass out of here. You see what I'm saying? What you trying to get child support for again? Because on some real shit, y'all weird ass bitches, y'all utilize the child support money on y'all selves. Yeah. You want to act like you live in this fabulous life with money that doesn't even belong to you. Understand what I'm saying? You want some child support? Get the goddamn child support. All right? Spend that money on the child. What the fuck you got to do with the child support? You see what I'm saying? Why are you involved in the money for yourself? I don't like bitches like that. I don't give a damn. Females always want to talk about some, oh, well, the child lives with me. Bitch, because you probably chose to keep the child. Any fucking way. You see what I'm saying? You probably said, well, the kids are staying with me. Yeah. A lot of females won't admit that they decided that they wanted to keep the kids or try to take the kids from the man. Bitch, sit your goofy ass down somewhere. At the end of the motherfucking day, child support should be a reasonable amount and nothing extravagant where it's like, oh, bitches out here buying cars, motherfucking taking the child support, paying the mortgage. Bitch, get your goofy ass out of here. You goofy, bitch. I don't give a fuck how you feel about that. And that's just some real shit. And this is coming from a woman that doesn't get child support. Now, one time I ain't gonna lie, I did receive some back-ass payments, but that's because I was getting Medicaid for my kids and food stamps and shit many years ago. So the system did that shit. But I've never went down to the court physically like, oh, yeah, I'm about to put them on child support to get this money. Hell nah, because shit, if they barely making it as it is with the money that they're getting, why the hell do I want to take their last? I'm not no bitter-ass bitch. So I'm not going to take their last, even though I don't fuck with them. You see what I'm saying? Keep that little ass money, baby. I got it. You heard it here first. Yeah, with y'all broke ass.
Even though the message was super masculine, I agree with it. So many men are paying like astronomical amounts of child support. I'm like, if this woman needs this much money to raise a 4-year-old, then she doesn't need the child. These women, even when they're not the man, they still have this mindset that my money is my money and his money should be my money too. He should still be taking care of me just because I have the child. So they'll use that. Because I have the child, you have to pay me more. This is how their mind works. They don't think like, okay, this is a team effort, so I'm just going to pay the half of whatever, and then I'm just going to get a little bit from him. If you need that much money, give the man over to his father. It's crazy that they think that it's okay to take that money and instead of putting it away for the child, maybe putting it a little bit for like a college fund or the baby's first car, or maybe to, who knows? Think of anything. Well, I know that he's gonna get older. He or she might want to be in sports, or they might need braces. So I'm just gonna start putting this money away. They will take all of that money and spend it, and create more. They will go out and buy a car, how this woman just said, create more bills, and then say, well, I need more child support money because I had to go get this car. I had to get this this Mercedes. I had to get this new Acura because the baby needs to go here and there, don't they? They see that money as just extra money instead of seeing it as a tool to help raise that child.
Are you guys equal or not?
Yes, equality means that you're both responsible for raising the children, and that includes the costs of raising the children.
So you should have equality, but not at the expense of men. 50-50 custody, no child support, no alimony. That's equality. You don't want
alimony
equality.
Makes sense if the woman was a stay-at-home mother and doesn't have a source of income. How else would she take care of the kids following a divorce?
By getting a job just like the men.
Pearl hit the nail on the head. If you don't want to be with that man anymore, and the reason why I read it like that is because 70 to 80%, I'm sure y'all know this stat, 70 to 80% of the time, women are the ones leaving the men. So if you're leaving the men and you're breaking up the home, then you cannot force this man to continue to take care of you. Now you have to put on your big girl pants and go get a job. You have to go get a job. You have to figure out childcare. You have to do these things. Secondly, I don't understand why it's not 1 week with dad, 1 week with mom. Why do they make dad a weekend parent? And sometimes it's every other weekend. Knowing that having a father in that child's life is statistically more important than having the mother in the life for the long run. I don't understand that. Why is it that we get, tell me what sense does this make? If the man is the man of the house, if he's the leader of the house, right? And then the family breaks up, why are we going to give the child to the person that's not the leader, who doesn't, just because she knows what type of cereal that the kid likes and she knows his favorite colors and she knows the kindergarten teacher, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything. In the long run, the father does things that really takes care of that child to make them a productive member of society.
This post is for the fathers that are being put on child support, not sperm donors, but the fathers. Once these women go down to this courthouse and they put you on child support for no other reason than because they can, or because they're bitter, or because you moved on, or because they're pocket watching and they don't like the fact of how happy your life is and the fact that they have to actually be a mother, I don't care if the judge allots them $36 a month. Once they go down there and they fight tooth and nail and go through all of the loopholes and BS that it takes for them to get you on child support, don't you do anything extra. The judge, the man who went to school to make logical decisions based upon who should get what, he did all the paperwork, all of the research, he's in that position to say this is all this man should be doing. And that is all you should be doing, not 1 red cent more. Whatever the judge deems that's what she gets, that's all that you do, because she went out of her way. You're not a sperm donor, you're a father. But because she feels like she doesn't like what you're doing or how you're doing it, she wanted to make your life a living hell. That's cool. I hope that you get everything you need from that judge's judgment. Am I lying?
No, I understand what this good brother is saying, but I'm going to give him a little bit of pushback, only because if you do it that way, you could potentially end up hurting your children, or your children could end up in a struggle situation because the mother was being irresponsible with the mother. I'm not saying that you have, well, I actually am saying you might have to step in and pick up the pieces from her own foolish decisions, because we all know that women just spend money. They really don't plan ahead that well, which is why they struggle so much. You have to take accountability for, you did lay down to have sex with this woman. So if she does spend all the money and your children need something, you just can't allow your children to be without food, or to be without, especially if you have it. But I also agree that if you go down, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, and your woman is just being just a jerk, and she wants more money, or she allows her family or friends, her girlfriends, to tell her that she deserves more, and she takes you to court for no reason except just to get more money, then hey, it is what it is. As long as my babies aren't struggling, and the judge says you get $250 a month, I'm gonna give you this $250 a month. And then when I have the children, then I will spend the extra money on what I want them to have, to get them shoes or to get them clothes. But if you take me down there and put me on papers because you think that that man in the robe knows better than I know on how to handle my child, then you get what you get. And ladies, y'all need to start working with your man instead of competing with him, and stop being bitter because he doesn't want to be with you after you broke up the family, which is what happens majority of the time.
This is when you got them mad, right? Because you got your paperwork. You got your paperwork, and they mad because they got to dismiss that child support because they didn't serve you correctly. I done came in here with the law, my child support about to be dismissed because they didn't serve me properly according to Family Act. Now what? Federal building we go. You feel me? Lawsuit, all the money I pay on that child support, that shit coming back. They mad. Y'all got to see it with your own 2 eyes. Now watch me work, baby.
A lot of men end up in situations because the court systems do not properly serve men for child support. So there are men that are on child support and they don't even know they're on child support. They have no idea that they are in the rears on child support because they were not served properly. Not only that, a woman can put a man's name on a birth certificate and just say that some random guy is the father, and he has no idea. He probably not, there's no DNA test, no anything. He has no idea that he's the father. No idea at all. So then it comes like income tax comes, his whole check is gone, or his license gets suspended, or he has a warrant out for his arrest. And he's like, well, hold on a second. A warrant for what? How did this even happen? How did this even happen? Well, we served you. I haven't lived at this address for 3 years. I've been in the military. I've been gone. So how can you serve me? And I wasn't even aware that I've been served. Who did you give the paperwork to? There should be something where a man actually has to sign and say, or like be served in person, and someone has to verify, yes, I served this person with child support papers and he knows that this is going on. But they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that because that makes too much sense. That makes too much sense.
Women do the bare minimum when it comes to raising their child.
A lot of women.
And they like to sit there and try to portray like they have.
A lot of women.
Give me a second.
But
Naisha, you have to.
It's that I don't care to hear like this. Like
that's not fair because we've heard.
But why? No, I'm hearing you on what a good father does, right?
But you're not letting him finish.
Right?
I want you to understand that when we speak about these things, there's a cause and effect, and there's also another side of it. So as much as we like to sit and we like to speak down or we speak against the man's role in this, a lot of men feel like, yo, I pay $400, I pay $500, I pay $600, whatever I do, and I don't see any of that poured into my child. And I watch my child's mom sit home, barely take care of the child the way they need to be taken care of. Mm-hmm. My kid walking around in raggedy ass but you walking around with your nails and your hair did and all that. It happens. And 100%. That even builds up a resentment in the men. So I don't want to make this sound like it's so much of a one-sided thing.
It's not.
Real men want to take care of their children.
I agree.
The problem starts when they feel like the woman is also making it hard for them to be the father that they want to be, and it's being controlled either by them or by a court system. I didn't judge so-and-so. I had sex with you. We had this child. You're not about to tell me the influence I can have in my child life by telling me how many times a week I can see them and all this other shit just because you petty or I'm petty. It's really disgusting. And that's when we start talking about the business aspect of it. We start treating our kids like either a way to get back at somebody or a business relationship to figure out how you're going to pay some bills. I don't want to deal with that. For me, it's a nasty way of doing. And a lot of times we only focus on the men when it comes to that nasty dealings. We need to talk about some of these women, a lot of these women that make it hard for real men to be the fathers that they want to be in their child's life. And then the bad part is that a lot of us aren't strong enough to deal with that pressure, so we walk away. And then it's still a wrong decision to make. But what do you expect people to do? Drive themselves insane because you want to control us with our own seed? I don't want to hear it. So as much as you can feel personalized by it, and I'm very personalized by it, but I don't want to talk in that respect because I want to give both sides a fair conversation. But if I want to get personal, I've been through some shit as a father.
Word.
Still go through things as a father. And there's nobody on this earth that can tell me I don't want the best for my kids. But I've had moments where I've dealt with some difficulties, and today I can say I'm in a better space.
And that's big facts. That is big facts. It's very emasculating for a man to go down and look at the face of another man, and this strange man, aka the judge, tells you when you can and cannot see your child. Do you understand how infuriating that is? You had no part in us creating this child, but because this stupid woman wants to drag you into this, you think you can tell me when I can't see and when I can and can't see my child? Especially when I haven't done anything wrong. I didn't hurt this child. I didn't hurt her. I didn't do anything. Me and the mom just don't get along. What's that have to do with me and the child? A lot of women will use their child. They don't even want the child. They just don't want you to have them. Men out here, think about this next time y'all laying down with these women, no condoms and whatnot. They don't even want that child. They just don't want you to have them. It's a control mechanism at the end of the day. It's all about control. She just wants to control the situation. They don't take care of these children. I'm not saying all, but I'm saying majority of these women do not properly take care of these children, and the results are right in front of our eyes. The proof is in the pudding. Kids walking around don't know if they're man or a woman. Colored hair. Teachers are quitting at I might do a thing about teachers. Teachers quitting at a rapid rate because they just cannot get a hold of these children. And then the mothers will say, well, they will use the school program as a babysitter. I just need these kids to get away from me. Just go to school. I don't care if you have on the right stuff. I don't even care if you do your work. Just go to school. Just so I can get a break because I'm so mentally exhausted. But they still won't give that child. They still won't give that child to the father. And then another reason is a lot of women will feel like I'm a failure. I'm a failure. Even though I'm struggling raising this child, I can't give my child away to my father because then it looks like I'm a failure. So they would rather be a failure. You're still a failure, but you're just a failure that has your child. But guys, that's it for today's video. Do me a quick favor. Just do me a quick favor. Just hit that subscribe button, hit that like, and hit that notification bell. Also, hit that hype button. We get a couple of hypes a week. Just hit the hype button. It'll help grow the channel. I really appreciate it. If you want another good video, click this one on your left. If you want a great one, click this one on your right. And I will see you in one of these. That's it. And I'll catch you on another one.